TV, the African American Network. We have a local feel with a global reach. Tonight, you're about to watch Out of Bounds with T Rex and the crew. Today, we're going to talk about what does dating mean? The beginning of dating. So without any waiting on anybody else to come through, we're going to bring in the crew. We're going to bring in Big Verge, the truth. Verge.
Hey, like always, it's always a pleasure to be here with you guys tonight. We're going to have a great conversation, great topics. So let's get into it.
Let's get it going. Next, we're going to bring in our own true Black Panther lady. Come on in, Cheryl, and talk to me a little
bit. Good evening, everyone. This is Lady Sight. Always wishing you good mental health. Happy to see Virgil. We missed you last time.
Yeah, we did miss you. We missed you. Without any ado, the man that's in Florida with me, because I'm on the other side of the hotel. He's on the sunny side. What's up, JP? Come on in and talk to us.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Looking forward to getting into this topic this evening. Excuse the voice, a little scratchy there.
Okay. Yeah, the flu's run around. Caught up with a couple of us. Well, everybody, since we're here, Darla's going to come back on. She'll be here in a little bit. The doctor will be here. So we want to talk about what is the definition of dating before we go into the other segments that we're going to talk about dating. So what is dating? Is dating a relationship? Is dating friends and they're already trying to get back together with it on a different level? Or is dating just when you walk up to somebody and say hi and you have coffee? So without any ado, let's hear from the only lady on the panel so she can tell us how the ladies feel for a little bit. What do you consider dating, Cheryl?
I don't consider myself the typical lady, but thanks. Dating takes on a variety of things. I mean, dating could be simply, hey, I saw you, you cute, let's go on a date. You know, it's simply, you don't know where it's going to go. Dating can also be dating with a purpose. I'm sure we've all familiar with that term, where that you are only dating people you see a potential relationship or marriage with. So I think it takes on any connotation that the two people agree on what the dating is.
I agree with that. What do you think, JP?
Yes, I totally agree. I think the key that Cheryl mentioned is this clearing up that definition between that person and the person that you're seeing. Wow, something just popped up. But it's very important that that's clearly defined if you're dating with purpose or if you're just casually dating, meaning you're just seeing someone that looks interesting and you want to get to know them better.
Okay. Well, I see the doctor showed up, so let's get her introduction. Come on, Darla, say hello to everybody.
Hi, I hope my sound is okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound okay. You doing all right?
Hey, everybody. Sorry I had to be late.
How was the movie? Was it great?
Let me tell you, that is an excellent movie. It's excellent from beginning to end, and I'm convinced all the women are deltas. So there you go.
Okay.
I concur with that.
Yeah, it was amazing from beginning to end.
Since I got you here, all right. Well, since I got you here, why don't you think dating? What is dating to you?
What does dating mean to me?
Yes. What is dating? What does the actual word dating mean to you? Yes.
Dating means gathering information. So if it in the romantic context, you're dating to gather information about another person to determine, hopefully, dating with intention to determine if you make suitable partners.
Pretty good. Let's go to the truth and see what he has to say because he don't lie. Come on, Verge. Tell me what you got going on.
Darla and Cheryl, I love you guys to death. You gave such politically correct answers. And I think we got to keep it dumb, simple, stupid.
We'll get there.
Dating is to see if you are crazy or not, to see if the person that I'm physically attracted to, do you have mental issues? Do you have bad credit? Can you support my lifestyle? Can I support your lifestyle? I mean, let's be honest, and let's really keep it a buck, since we asking this question. It's want to know. I know this for a fact. Dating for men is to see, can she handle me or what I have to offer her, and I'm talking about physically. Okay, period. Hands down. Let's talk. Let's get into it. Okay. Y'all gave a lot of good political answers, and I appreciate you. But when you're a single man and you're out here dating, when you're out here dating, it's like, okay, men are visual. So if she looks good, we want to see what she's talking about. If she smell good, that's a plus, even that. And if I buy you McDonald's, that dictates how far the date's going to go, if it's supersized or not. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty good,
you know what I mean?
Bird.
So that's what dating is. Now, if you want to go further of what constitutes an actual relationship.
Hold on, Virgil. We'll get to that in a minute.
We'll
get to that in a minute. We'll get that in a minute.
Oh, I jumped the gun. My fault.
I know you was running, bro. That cue and you was just going. But what I want to tell you, for is dating is just two people that are trying to get to know each other, like everybody said, intimately, and to see if they're compatible. And I think Virgil hit the compatible part, talking about if you could eat, pay my car, my mortgage, and that goes nature. That's now he has to say a personal opinion of what is dating. So I'm gonna go back to Verge and let him finish up. Go ahead, Verge.
So, I mean, let's be honest. It's like I said before, it's just a precursor to see if someone is crazy. Because back in my day, I'm the old man. We used to go to the club and you had to talk to people face to face, and everybody's in the club looking good, and everybody's giving you representative. It's not until you have a one-on-one conversation with the young lady to where you can say, okay, I want to pursue this, or if there will be a second date. You know what I mean? And if she brought something to the table that was a little intriguing, then, our relationship established. Okay, now I'm calling you more frequently because you enlighten my brain in some shape, form, or fashion, not just with the physical look, So that's just my opinion on dating.
Okay. All right.
I want to challenge Virgil and ask a question.
That's what I seen that hand waiting. Go ahead and challenge.
I mean, we all know that men are physical. I mean, and it's so funny because Darla, before you came, I said almost the exact same thing you did. So there you go. Yes. We are thinking. I was laughing when you were talking. I was like, oh my God, I just said that. Dating with a purpose. We both said the same thing. I think it's funny, not funny, but I'm curious. We know that men are visual. So what is it that is the intriguing factor to the second date? Like, could you elaborate on that? Like, you mean like she's smarter than you thought? She has a better job than you thought? She's deeper than you thought? Like you connect on a different level? Like your interests align?
So I'm glad it's a great question, Cheryl, and thank you for always challenging me. You and Darla. You always bring that heat.
I was about to answer for you.
Right. But to be perfectly honest, it's all those things. So if we're having a conversation and a woman is sitting there saying, challenging, say, for example, a woman may like sports. Okay. Mm-hmm. And she's coming off as a friend and she kind of changes my trajectory from just the physical aspect. She said, wait a minute. Well, hey, I like football. Hey, I love going to basketball games. Now we're moving more into a friendship. Now I want to open up to you because, hey, how do you handle certain situations? And I think a lot of key is, well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I love a woman who has just a hint, not a lot. I'm talking just like a little dabble of masculinity to where she can be a friend, especially when I was out there dating before I got married. It was just like, hey, can I kick it with you? Can we go play video games? Can we just laugh and joke? Are you like crazy possessive? Because I have dealt with a variety of women, and those were the ones I was most Right. Those were the ones I was most attracted to. The one that I could actually be a friend with first, and then a relationship would spark.
Pretty good. What do you say? What did you say, JP, to Cheryl's question? JP?
Sorry about that.
Oh, there you
Uh, yeah, I would say that yeah, there are a couple of points that would intrigue a man into going on a second date. I think it's again the mental state or perspective that that man is having at that time. Um, if they're if they want to get to know more about that person, how did that first date go? Was there a lot of communication? Was it a type of date where that man felt that they had enough information to make a conclusion? A lot of times, especially in this day and age, you want to get as much information. I think Virgil alluded to. You want to try to get as much info as you can. So one date may not be good enough. It may take a couple of dates. Or yeah, you're intrigued by that person. You think they're attractive. You want to see. Okay, let's see where this goes. Round 2 or round 3.
All right. Go ahead, Darla. Let's hear what you got to say to all those men conversations.
I don't know. I think this is all fine and good. Personally, even getting to this point where we're in a dating agreement, however that's going to look, whatever you want to call it, is I find these days, I find that men want things, they don't even want a commitment that is a dating commitment. And it's a big challenge to even get to this point. I feel like men are trying to make us chase them. And not that I want to chase a man, or I want to use the terminology of having a man to chase me per se. They're not they're not pursuing as strongly to even call it dating in the first place to get to that point.
Well, I think everybody did it pretty good. And I'm going to take up the last few seconds before we get to the break. But the most important thing I think I take from everybody is that, y'all just lying to people. I'm just letting y'all know all that political bull. Y'all just sound professional. But what you really want to say is, he or he fine? Can he do what I want him to do? And it's just going to be me and him. That's what dating's about. Sitting there, basically what's going on. Let's figure out this thing. I've been kicking it with you for 2 days now. We seem pretty square. We go things. Let's take this out maybe to the next level. Let's go out for drinks or something like that, and then see what happens. And then the most ultimate question is, in dating before the relationship starts, people don't want to admit it, but it's that first sexual encounter that you have that determines where you're going. Either one person or both persons have met their objectives in that dating relationship and both want to move on, or one or just the other. But the most important thing is, if it's compatible to both people, then that's when I believe that the dating has been a successful dating ritual. It's getting to know somebody, figuring out if you want to be with them, and then the final deal, slowing the deal is that the smooching. So with that being said, hello, TNT African American Network. We have a local feel with a global reach. And right now you are not out of bounds with T-Rex. And we're talking about dating. So since I said what I saw, back to go ahead, Donna. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of problems with dating. It's been my experience that I don't want to put in a lot of effort. They really want to get to the sexual part that you mentioned without any effort whatsoever. And I do want to take issue with one thing. Like, for me, my criteria, top of my criteria is not how the man looks. I know that's very important with men. You're far more visual creatures. I like a cute guy. Don't get it wrong. There's certain things that I like, but I want somebody that's intelligent. There's certain things that I find attractive that are higher on my list than looks. But lately, because I've
You want
grown to
you
be a
want a man
person
with a
who
good
has
mind.
stronger. Say it again.
You want a man with a good mind. That's what you want.
Definitely, he needs to have a good mind, to keep up, so I don't run over him. And just because I find that attractive. But lately, I
Okay.
think because I've also healing in my life and I have had to learn a lot of boundary management, I have a real low tolerance for BS. And so I find that difficult to even find anyone appropriate to get to what I would call the dating stage, somebody that I'm going to interact with on a regular basis. Because even when guys
Okay.
attempt to put that forward, I find that I'm trying not to say bad words. Try not to say bad words, but I just find that you guys are full of it. But a lot of people are full of it. Because they're not stating their true intentions from the beginning. They just aren't. So usually I think
Well,
that our criteria and what we're looking for isn't genuinely articulated up front. And I find that to be very, very unnecessary. And I might introduce you to somebody who has that. If it's not me, just be honest. Don't waste my time. A lot of time
well,
wasting
I think you hit it on the
in the
head.
streets.
But I think Chris Rock already said this before. When you're dating somebody, you're really just meeting a representative. You're not really dating that person you haven't met yet. So you haven't met that person until you get into it, unless it turns into a relationship. So, darling, I agree with you 100%. Let's see what the other lady on the thing say. Hey, Cheryl, I can see you. Talk to me.
Well, I understand what you're saying, Terry, to your point,
Mm-hmm.
but the last person who we attempted, I guess, to date, if you want to call it that loosely, it did not take but like a month for me to realize this isn't going anywhere. And this man looked, I mean, he was very attractive. He has a good job, all of that. But
Telling
there was
everybody we went on
not.
a date, Cheryl. Don't be
Say
telling
again.
everybody we went on a date.
I knew about it, Terry.
Oh,
I don't know where,
I'm
and
sorry.
I'm agreeing so far.
But it's just, it doesn't take long. Like what my sister was saying, the BS meter goes up, and then that whole low, I call it lazy dating. I mean, it's just lazy. It's the WYD, and it's after 10 o'clock. What you doing?
You.
I'm trying not to cuss too. I'm like, nothing, ninja. Okay.
I
I
got one of
don't
those calls
like
Friday,
that. Or
Cheryl, after 10.
yeah, I
Strictly.
don't like that. And
Well,
I feel very disrespected when these things happen, and I don't like it. And I have been told straight out that all they wanted to do was have sex with me. And my
okay.
response was, I'm more than a vagina,
Yeah,
and you should know.
and I
You've been
agree.
around me and you've been to my house.
I
You should know
agree.
that.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So it doesn't take long. I don't think we need to get into a relationship. At the age we are now, and most of us on here, we are over 40. Some of us are even over 50. I just
Some of
don't
us over
think
60.
we have it right. And I just don't think we need to be in a relationship before I realize this is your representative and I don't want none of it. It just doesn't take long.
That is true. Hold on, Cheryl. Also, your best bud JP got to say. Come on, JP.
Yeah, I think yeah, definitely doesn't take long to determine if that person is a match for you. I feel that dating is I don't know. I think you just have to be prepared. I think if you just kind of casually out there, just randomly meeting people, you're not gonna really be successful because you're not in the right state uh, to present yourself properly to a woman. So uh, you're gonna get those scenarios where you're out of sync, or you're out of focus, or you're going in a wayward direction. So yeah, I've just been learning that you really got to get yourself right before you're out there trying to at this age. I
Yes.
think dating takes on a different definition than it would have 20 years ago.
Okay. Go ahead, Verge. Hit me up, man. Tell me the truth. I want to hear the truth.
Well, I'm gonna give I'm gonna give you the flower child perspective, right? And I'm just being honest. So in dating, I'm a type of person when I was out there dating, I dated until someone caught my interest, right? So in other words, keeping it funky, you right. At 40 and over, I mean, all the games should be out the window. I believe people, men and women both should be upfront about what they want. You know,
Agreed.
fair exchange, fair exchange is no robbery. But at the same time, until Mrs. or Mr. Right comes along and grabs and holds your attention, why not have fun unless you personally don't want that. Kevin Samuels, a lot of people got on him because only thing he was saying in general, in my opinion, was date at your level, right? So men at our level, we know our worth. Okay.
That's
Women
true.
at this level know their worth. Okay. And you know you gotta sniff through the haystack before you find somebody to equal or greater value. So that's just my opinion. Hey, have fun while you're doing it. You might miss out on a good time.
Well, everybody had pretty good answers. I'm going to sum it up. Then we'll go into a one word of what we believe dating is. I agree with everybody on the panel. I think dating is a age related thing, but I think most important is that uh, with people our age, we're not really wanting to date. We just want someone to keep us company. And then when that turns into something else, where you really want that person, you find that you waited too long. So it's always something. But I agree. The most important thing is being honest in dating. Uh, that way, when you get to the next level, high, um, don't don't overdo it because I mean, let's be for real. Someone wants you to go out there and spend a lot of money, and you expecting something, and you know what your prize say. You spend how much money on my daughter? Wake your mama up. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Everybody know that joke. So all you gotta do is understand one thing when you're out there, people. And this does not come from me. I read this in some dictionary online. Is be safe, understand what you're looking for, and if you do end up having sexual relationships, make sure that's something that you want also, not just the other party. It's your body, protect your body, and that's what you should do. And that's what I said. So I say that to my daughters, them, and I'll say that to anyone that's a friend of mine. Make sure that you take care of yourself, and if you want to do something, it's your business. With that being said, I like for let's say we hadn't heard from Darla. Darla, tell me in one word, what is dating to you? Just one word. Uh-oh, she must got more than a word to say. She froze on me.
It's my time.
Are you there, Darla? Okay.
Time. Yeah, I'm having
Time? Okay.
connectivity issues, but dating is about my time. That's my one word. Time, your time,
Okay.
time.
Gotcha. JP?
I would say dating is uh, mandatory. If you're single, then I mean, as much as you have the bad times and the times that you want to forget, you still have to get out there and be vulnerable and put yourself out there to date. If the end game is you want to meet someone to spend forever with.
Okay. In game forever. Cheryl?
I was vacillating between two words, challenging and necessary. I don't know which one is more, listening to the other panelists. I'm like, wow. I'm probably going to go ahead and lean with challenging because even when
Okay.
you're having a good time, it could still be a challenge trying to navigate what's going on with you and that person or people.
I agree. Okay. Your one word.
And my one word is interviewing. Have fun. You gotta look at yourself as, hey, you the prize. Everybody can't ride. Everybody can't jump on your ship. It's not meant for everybody, right? But at the same time, have fun with it. Interview,
Yeah,
ask
have
the
fun
crazy
with
questions, right? Hey, say, is your mama crazy? Is your daddy crazy?
it.
You know what I mean? You know what I
Because
mean?
her
You got a
mama
crazy
crazy,
baby
maybe she
mama.
prefers what you say.
Hey, yeah. Ask those questions, and if nothing else, you'll get a smile and laugh about it.
That's true. Well, I have my one for everybody. It's just compatibility. That's it. Just compatibility. If you can't be compatible in the stage of dating, then you're not going to be a compatible relationship. And you should be able to tell someone up front, right, real hard that it's not working. That's just basically it. So you more. I think what everyone said is very, very, and I think all of our one word answers all roll into one word of dating alone. That all word that we gave, what, and that's what I understand. So that's amazing that we get 5 grown people, 5 different ideas, but we all come up with the same agenda. So as far as I can say to everybody is this, just be safe. So we are almost out of time, right quick. Our time's almost up, but I want to say this to everybody. It seems like I'm echoing. Go ahead and say whatever you got going, like Darla said about her movie that was outstanding. So Darla, I'm gonna go with you real quick for a minute. Tell me about how the movie went and how excited you were, and how the people that came to your sorority movie thing, how did they love it? All right, Cheryl. Tell me what's new in your world and what you want to tell everybody to do.
As always, I want everyone to have good mental health, focus on self-care, especially during dating.
Movie. If you have not yet seen Wakanda Forever.
She's breaking up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We have to.
But anyway,
we have
that's
to get
my
that
emphasis on self-care.
Yeah,
we must do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to challenge, not challenge. I want to say one more thing to Virgil. When he brought up the Kevin Samuels thing, it's so triggering because I feel like, and we could do a whole show on this. Kevin Samuels, I felt like all he did was criticize the woman. I mean, we know what a high value man looks like, but it's like, my God, it's almost like he was pitting us women against each other for these high value men, and that it's all on the woman to make sure we fit their mold instead of it being a two-way street. And that was one thing I did not like about Kevin Samuels. I never felt like he gave women a fair assessment, because it's not all about looks.
That is true. Well, guys, we already got Verge. JP, give it to me in a minute because I got to sign out in a minute. What you got on, JP? Tell me what you said. What you think? What you got going on?
I'm excited to hopefully catch the Wakanda movie next week. Wasn't able to catch it this weekend. Just trying to get rid of whatever this is bugging me right now, and be ready and refreshed for next week.
Okay, great, Darla. We'll come back to you next week because I know you had a whole lot to say, and I want to hear it because I know I might take my little notes out. But hey, I want to say hello to everybody on TAN TV world. Thanks for tuning in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. And I'm T-Rex, and you just witnessed Out of Bounds with me and my crew. Join us next week at 6 o'clock Central Time, and we're maybe come up with a segment of dating, or maybe we'll step away from it, we can cool down and cut it later. But then no matter what we do and what we say, be safe, be fun, and most important, as they said, peace, love, and soul train. Here we go. Thank you, everybody. Y'all did a wonderful show. I'm very proud of everybody.